How's it going, everybody? The Next Level Savings Sale just started on PlayStation. It's running from now until May 27th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get straight into it. For $24, 40% off. Once Upon a Katamari is a new entry in the beloved rolling series, sending you across time to rebuild the stars after another of the king's cosmic mishaps, told with trademark charm and absurd humor. You'll roll Katamari through imaginative eras, use new support tools like magnets to pull in nearby objects, and enjoy a fresh soundtrack while mastering the series' satisfying, physics-driven chaos across varied, colorful stages. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Grounded is a cooperative survival adventure where you've been shrunken to the size of an ant and must explore, build, and survive in a vast, dangerous backyard. You'll uncover the story behind your sudden miniaturization while crafting weapons, upgrading armor, customizing your character with mutations and milk molars, and using clever tactics to fend off swarming creatures across ponds, sandboxes, and termite dens. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $15, 62% off, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is a stunning reimagining of the opening chapter of the original classic, retelling Cloud Strife's escape from the oppressive city of Midgar with modern visuals, voice acting, and cinematic storytelling. Intergrade also includes episode Intermission, a brand new side story starring Yuffie, following Yuffie's covert mission to infiltrate Shinra, link up with Avalanche, and steal powerful materia. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $22, 25% off, Palworld is a wild, chaotic, and endlessly entertaining open-world survival game where you collect, befriend, and exploit mysterious creatures called pals to build, battle, and thrive in a dangerous world filled with poachers, hunger, and constant moral dilemmas. You can mount pals to soar across skies, sail the seas, or gallop through vast landscapes as you explore a massive ecosystem filled with secrets and rare species to capture. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $29, 35% off, Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon plunges you into a dark, open-world RPG where the myths of King Arthur have crumbled and Avalon teeters on the brink of ruin, filled with danger, intrigue, and haunting mysteries. You start as a nobody imprisoned in a damp underground cell, but your choices, alliances, and actions can spark meaningful change in this bleak, mysterious land plagued by Red Death and spreading weirdness. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader is a classic CRPG set in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, putting you in the role of a rogue trader, heir to an ancient dynasty of privateers tasked with expanding a trade empire and venturing into the perilous frontiers of the Imperium. Explore dangerous worlds, manage your crew, negotiate with alien civilizations, and make morally complex decisions that can shape the fate of entire star systems. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 160 hours to platinum. For $18, 70% off, Unicorn Overlord is a tactical RPG where you reclaim your throne and lead a grand army across a vibrant, meticulously crafted world, blending overworld exploration with exquisitely animated tactical battles. Assemble over 60 unique units, grow your renown, strategically command your forces to overcome powerful enemies, and uncover the intertwined fates of 5 warring nations in an epic story of loyalty, power, and destiny. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $13, 15% off, Project Songbird is a first-person cinematic psychological horror game where Dakota, a musician battling writer's block, isolates in a remote Appalachian cabin to record their next album, only to find themselves fighting to survive through haunting dreamscapes and a nightmarish ordeal. Explore diverse environments with ranged and melee combat, upgradable weapons, a stellar voice cast, and a dynamic soundtrack composed by members of Auric Echoes. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $22, 25% off, Tormented Souls 2 is a survival horror experience where Carolyn Walker must save her sister Anna from visions that manifest into terrifying reality, leading them to the remote town of Villa Hesse. Explore unnerving locations like a shadowy convent, derelict mall, and abandoned school while switching between realities to alter the past and uncover dark secrets in a twisted, suspense-filled narrative. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, and there's unfortunately 9 broken trophies making the platinum currently unobtainable. For 15 bucks, 50% off, God of War Deluxe Edition is a cinematic action adventure that dramatically reimagines Kratos' epic journey as he seeks redemption in the brutal world of Norse mythology alongside his son, Atreus. You'll explore a richly detailed realm with visceral axe-based combat, emotionally driven storytelling, and seamless over-the-shoulder presentation, with the Deluxe Edition adding the Death's Vow armor set for Kratos and Atreus. It's a 94 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For 30 bucks, 50% off, Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake is a stunning reimagining of the classic RPG that started the legendary Erdrick trilogy, beautifully rebuilt in Square Enix's signature HD 2D engine. You'll embark on a grand quest across the vast world of Alyahan as Ortega's child, assembling a custom party of heroes with unique vocations, appearances, voices, skills, and abilities, including the all-new Monster Wrangler class exclusive to this version. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 65 hours to platinum. For 13 bucks, 74% off, Dead Island 2 is a first-person action RPG where you fight through a zombie-infested Los Angeles while uncovering the shocking truth behind a mysterious infection that has made you more than immune. You'll explore iconic locations across LA, wield an arsenal of melee weapons, and use a flexible skill system to create over-the-top builds that shred through dozens of mutated zombie types with gloriously detailed dismemberment. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For 30 bucks, 50% off, Sandland is an action RPG where you play as Fiend Prince Beelzebub, leading thief and Sheriff Rao on a quest to find the legendary spring in a desert world plagued by water security. Explore Sandland and the mysterious Forest Land, facing bandits, wildlife, and army generals while mastering Beelzebub's powers, building vehicles like battle tanks and motorbikes, and developing the city of Spino with help from locals you meet. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For 35 bucks, 75% off, Assassin's Creed Valhalla Complete Edition lets you become Ivor, a Viking warrior carving a legendary path through England's Dark Ages and shaping your clan's destiny. The game features visceral melee and ranged combat, dual-wield weapons, the iconic Hidden Blade, and includes all expansions: Dawn of Ragnarok, Wrath of the Druids, The Siege of Paris, plus the Legend of Beowulf quests and Berserker packs. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For 20 bucks, 50% off, Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree is a dark fantasy action RPG where you play as an inquisitor, exploring a ruined world filled with monstrous foes, hidden secrets, and dangerous treasures while unraveling a deep, mysterious narrative. Choose from 6 classes, master precise Souls-like combat with dodges, parries, and powerful attacks, craft weapons and gear, and traverse 75 interconnected locations from Crimson City to the horrors of Entropy. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For 21 bucks, 40% off, Visage is a slow-burn, first-person psychological horror game that traps you in a massive, ever-changing house haunted by the dark memories of families who once lived and tragically died there. Explore its gloomy corridors and twisted rooms, uncovering grisly stories of murder, insanity, and suicide, while unseen entities stalk your every move, warping your perception and testing your sanity in a tense, terrifying, and deeply unsettling atmosphere. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For 21 bucks, 75% off, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth Deluxe Edition is a massive, heartfelt, and wildly entertaining RPG that reunites Ichiban Kasuga, the unbreakable optimist, with Kazuma Kiryu, the legendary Yakuza facing his twilight years. Featuring fast-paced, turn-based combat where nearly anything can become a weapon, tons of absurd job classes, and the included Master Vacation Bundle DLC, it's one of the most ambitious and content-rich entries in the series yet. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For 27 bucks, 75% off, Dragon Ball FighterZ Legendary Edition is a high-octane anime fighting game featuring easy-to-learn but difficult-to-master 3v3 tag combat inspired by the beloved series. The Legendary Edition bundles the full game, FighterZ passes 1 through 3, Android 21 lab coat and unlock, commentator voice packs 1 through 4, extra stamps, and a Super Saiyan Goku lobby avatar, plus a story mode featuring Android 21 supervised by Akira Toriyama. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For 28 bucks, 20% off, Abiotic Factor drops you in a sprawling underground research complex where you play as a gate scientist surviving a catastrophic containment breach against supernatural and interdimensional threats. Explore massive labs, construct bases, and craft everything from rudimentary traps to advanced laser weaponry, all while balancing survival, resource management, and teamwork with up to 6 players in a multiplayer open-world environment. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $40, 34% off, Little Nightmares 3 Deluxe Edition expands the eerie horror adventure with the full base game plus the Secrets of the Spiral expansion pass and exclusive costume sets. The Deluxe Edition adds 2 extra chapters that dive deeper into the Spiral's unsettling mysteries, along with themed costumes inspired by iconic characters from earlier games, enhancing both the dark atmosphere and overall replay value for fans. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Horizon Forbidden West is a breathtaking open-world action RPG that expands Aloy's journey with stunning visuals, thrilling combat, and a richly detailed world teeming with danger, mystery, and adventure. Venturing into the perilous Forbidden West to uncover new threats, you'll explore diverse landscapes and confront massive, awe-inspiring machines while unraveling the secrets of a dying world with a free PS5 upgrade available. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $18, 70% off, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is a wild action adventure that blends over-the-top combat, open sea exploration, and a comedic, story-driven pirate tale. You play as Goro Majima, an ex-Yakuza who has lost his memory and reinvents himself as a pirate, assembling a unique crew, upgrading your ship, and battling rival pirates and criminals both on land and at sea in the hunt for lost memories and legendary treasure. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $18, 80% off, Lost Judgment Ultimate Edition is a narrative-driven action-adventure where private detective Takayuki Yagami revisits a chilling case of seemingly impossible crimes, including the full base game and all DLC. You'll investigate using gadgets and classic sleuthing, brawl through streets with 3 distinct martial arts styles, and go deep undercover in side activities like street racing and side cases across Kamurocho and Ijincho. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $18, 70% off, Neo: The World Ends With You is an action RPG where Rindo is forced to compete in the Deadly Reapers game, a mysterious contest that could cost him his life and reshape his destiny. You'll explore the vibrant, anime-inspired streets of Shibuya, use psychic pins to unleash flashy, strategic attacks, and combine precise timing with tactical combat to defeat a wide variety of enemies while uncovering the game's twisted rules. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $15, 70% off, Tactics Ogre Reborn is a legendary tactical RPG, Reborn, telling a politically charged story of war, loyalty, and moral choice in the embattled Valerian Isles with sweeping consequences throughout. You'll fight deep, turn-based battles across fully 3D battlefields with revamped UI, unit-by-unit leveling, and endless combinations of classes, skills, equipment, and magic that reward careful planning and theory crafting. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.